Ladies and gentlemen, this is present day Tyreke Evans, who is, believe it or not, 30 years old. Damn. And I say damn because I feel like not long ago, he was just that young kid who was making noise in this league. Being from Sacramento, this hits home because while I'm a Laker fan, I couldn't really watch them because as a 10-year-old, I didn't know how to find them NBA streams on the internet yet. So I was always tuned into the local networks to watch the Kings games. And the main reason for that was mostly due to Tyreke Evans. From practicing his street ball like dribble moves to attending his basketball camps, I did my best to emulate my game just like him. Now, did it end up working in the long run? Nope, but that's not the point. But as you guys can see, Tyreke is working out right now, patiently waiting on his return so he can return back to the NBA. But before I get into all that, let's talk about how he got up to this point. Being in a fairly good 2009 draft class, Tyreke ended up being selected 5th to the Sacramento Kings. Being a tall 6'6" ball-dominant guard, a lot of people believe that he could be a transcending talent, comparing him to the likes of D-Wade, hell, even LeBron James. And in his first year, he looked like he could be what many would have hoped, having a historic rookie season. In his rookie season, he averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, something that's only been done by LeBron, MJ, Oscar Robertson, and recently Luka Doncic. So it kind of tells you how special of a season he had that year. Through that whole season, Tyreke continued to outpace his fellow rookies Steph Curry and Brandon Jennings, winning Rookie of the Year and MVP of the Rising Stars game. And to just be in Sacramento during Tyreke's rookie campaign was really fun to watch and experience. But unfortunately, Tyreke's amazing season didn't translate to wins for the Kings. And as the Kings kept losing year after year, new lottery picks arrived. And after his rookie year, Tyreke slowly became less of a vocal point each year after. And as players such as DeMarcus Cousins and Isaiah Thomas started to rise, Tyreke started to regress. Ultimately, Tyreke started to play off the ball a lot more as his overall usage rate dipped year after year. Playing off ball caused Tyreke to struggle at times as his inability to shoot the three hampered him. Add this in with some injuries along the road, and all of this ultimately led to him being traded to the Pelicans in 2013. And early on in his tenure there, he showed a lot of his rookie year flashes. Playing on a slightly more stable franchise with players like Anthony Davis and Jrue Holiday, Tyreke started playing well. And at this point, it's been pretty obvious that Tyreke at this stage is probably not going to fill those high expectations people once had for him. Most people already knew that Tyreke really couldn't fulfill his full potential without being consistent shooting the three. But with that being said, that still didn't mean that he couldn't still be a good, solid NBA player. And when he was traded, it gave him the chance to prove that he can still be a good contributing player in this league. In every season that he played with the Pelicans, each year he got better at shooting. In his first year there in New Orleans, he shot 22% from 3, and then by year 3, he was shooting 38%. So it shows you the amount of time and dedication he put within those 3 years. And unlike in Sacramento, he got to play some meaningful basketball, eventually making the playoffs in his tenure with the Pelicans. And things were actually looking up for Tyreke, all until he suffered an unfortunate knee injury. He had to get arthroscopic knee surgery, leading him to be out for nearly 2 months. And from there, he struggled to stay on the floor for the next 2 years, failing to play at least 40 games in that span. Ultimately, Tyreke was then shipped off in that DeMarcus Cousins trade, which sent him, to believe it or not, back to the Sacramento Kings. And after only making 14 appearances in his return to the Kings, Tyreke Evans hit free agency in 2017. And at that point, it was probably an all-time low when it came to his NBA career, with him mostly struggling to stay on the floor. Coming into that season, he was motivated to prove that he can produce in the NBA all while staying healthy. And in his one season with the Memphis Grizzlies, Tyreke proved just that, having probably his second best season next to his rookie year. That year, he averaged 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists while playing more than half the season. But the one stat that impressed a lot of people, including myself, was his improvement shooting behind the arc, shooting a career-high 39% from 3. His improved shooting impressed a lot of teams as they clamored for him the following year. Tyreke banked on himself once again, signing a 1-year deal with the Indiana Pacers. But as that season played out, Tyreke got himself in a little trouble. Last season, he was suspended 1 game for showing up to practice late, and also later in the season, he missed a few games for personal reasons. And from the on-court side of things, he regressed compared to last year, averaging only 10 points while shooting 38% from the field. And in the following offseason, it only got worse as Tyreke Evans was banned 2 years from the NBA for violating the drug policy. And all of this leads us back to present day as Tyreke plans his comeback. Now, I know most people will say that his career is over and whatnot, but I think he can still contribute. I really do. Now, you probably have to find the right team and the right fit, but hopefully Tyreke can get back on his feet and return back to his best form when he was playing for the Memphis Grizzlies. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Tings, but until next time, it's your boy 22 Khalil, justice for George Floyd, and as they always say in Japan, Ja Matane. Peace.